Hello, my name is Tippy Tappy 2, and I decided to start playing Minecraft in 2025 just because I have anxiety and I can't really play other video games because it's too intense for me. Anyway, um, I like design and I work in construction, so I thought I'd uh, take my talent and see if it would work in Minecraft. It really bothers me that stuff is not to scale, and I have to cut corners to make stuff work. But I decided to build Wiggly. And the first thing I did was try to find a big flat space. So I went out to the water, and if you notice, I just built it right over the top of water, so I didn't have to bust through a bunch of blocks because I knew it was going to take up a lot of space. Then I kind of looked at Google Maps and wanted to see what type of general shape. I think I saw some other creator making a different stadium or something on YouTube, and I was like, well, let me just kind of follow a footprint, right? So there's two straight lines that for sure have to happen, and that's the foul lines on the ball diamond, and I put those in first, and I built everything around those. So I knew it was going to be a challenge to get around some of the corners. Wrigley Field Stadium is really oddly shaped, so I did incorporate some of the weirdness into it. But oops, I did that wrong.
Right.
But I was not able to get it all in there. For example, you'll see that this right side of the field is straight, and it's not supposed to be straight. Haha. It kind of curves around, but yeah. So it's not to scale per se, but I try to get as exact as I can. Um, I used to drive by Wrigley Field every day to work, up and down Sheffield, so I started with Sheffield on this side, and I just kind of, when I was up in the air, I could just kind of set some anchor points with some lights, and then just started building. My daughter showed me how to use the cheat codes so that I didn't have to experience nighttime and weather anymore, so that was helpful. Um, but yeah, outside of that, we started with the outside, and then I just dropped a base around the field, and that's where I started, and everything kind of built around that. Once I had the base in, I just picked a spot, and it happened to be this corner. I picked this corner because it's pretty simple. And I knew I could put the Budweiser sign up here and start from there. Again, everything is not to scale, but it's similar, right? um, then I started going up and down Sheffield from the stadium. You know, Wrigley's not Wrigley without the Cubby fans, so we put Cubby fans in. I gotta give them some pants. None of them have pants or shoes on right now, but that's all right. The scoreboard, I'm still trying to figure out a way to get some white lettering or something on there so it looks like the scoreboard. You used a lodestone for the clock. And just some basic fence for the pennants. Outside of that, big W on the other scoreboard here. Still trying to figure out different stuff that I can use to make the people. Can't find flags or anything similar. So I just put little dots up there where the flag should be, but yeah, coming along pretty good. Every once in a while I get sick of building the stadium, so I'll start building out on the street. Can't figure out a way yet to get the vendors out here with their t-shirts, but for example, got like Murphy's Bleachers here to get around all the fans here. Murphy Bleacher. And put a little tabby together in here. Used to go in here with my dog outside of game days, not game days themselves because it's too busy. But people were always really nice and they loved the dog, so we're a Murphy's Bleachers fan. I didn't bump this out because you can't, it's just too much detail. But one of the fun ways to get to Wrigley is by riding the red line, and if you live in Uptown or Edgewater, we lived in both, we jump on the red line. So I put a couple of choo-choos up here, made the red line. I don't know if I'm going to be able to simulate the some of the amazing characters you will find on the red line, but put that together. But yeah, I just put 3 rails. Gonna start getting into building underneath the train at some point. I did drop a couple dumpsters under here, but figured this was a project for a rainy day. But yeah, that's my train. One of my main things I'm working on now is putting together. Let me turn the lights on so you can see. A problem I ran into on this corner across from Sports Corner is DraftKings. DraftKings wasn't here when the Google Map car drove around, so all I have is this. I'm going to have to do some research the next time we're down in the city in a couple weeks here. Figure that out. Outside of that, I just dropped some pillars on the outside of the stadium. And I wanted to simulate. I have a temporary placeholder for the marquee that's going to have to be key. It's got to be epic. But it just started dropping these tunnels on top of the stadium. And it's really challenging because of this big corner, this circular corner. But we're getting them knocked out. So it'll look kind of similar, I think. And once we get that done, we'll put the little pavilion in here and the brick house. Is it brickyard or brick house? The pro shop and all that other stuff in here. But I'm gonna have to demo. I didn't make it big enough. I'm gonna have to demo all this stuff too to get that in there. But yeah, that's my little project, Wrigley Field. If you don't think you can build it, you can. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe, and I'll make some more once I get some more of these rooftops over on Sheffield done. Thanks for watching.